welcome back to Two Fried Eggs Podcast. Once again, I say that every time. Once again, I feel like I should do something else. Bosch Gaming and Dolph here with It's Fatale. Is that right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Okay,
That's
cool.
me.
See, hell yeah,
motherfucker.
Sorry,
I told you.
Well, I know that's why. But
you didn't believe me.
I don't necessarily trust you all the time. So
this is a professional organization over here. Come
yeah,
on,
we're real professional
production.
As I'm about to spark up my joint. Wait, I guess it could be professional and still smoke weed nowadays, right?
Nowadays, yeah.
Nowadays, it's all right.
And you can be professional and wear kitten earphones on a podcast. It's
exactly.
Cool. Speaking of, I love those things. Those are cool, right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Are they lighting up, or is that light reflecting off of them?
They are lighting up. They light up
okay.
according to the music, and I have music playing right now. So yeah, they're doing their thing right now.
I fucking love that. She's over here talking to the podcast and jamming out. And what are you jamming to right now?
I am listening to an EDM playlist that I have. It's like a EDC playlist that I have on Spotify.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of like deep house EDM, a little bit of dubstep, a little bit of, I like bass. I'm all about the bass.
You're a South Florida girl. I know that.
Yes.
So first of all, you can tell by the fit that I'm a Dolphin fan, and the name Dolph is from Dolphin fan.
Obviously.
So I grew up in Miami Gardens.
Oh, good shit. That's awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
You're both where shit likes to eat you.
Yes.
From where, crocodiles and sharks and
all that.
Big ass fucking snakes, and I call it the Australia of America. It
is the Australia of America. I have a few people come into my stream asking me, hey, so do y'all actually, after they saw the new GTA trailer, or I
recognized him.
Yeah,
right.
I recognized him from fucking the news. Yes,
I asked him about it right after that.
Yeah, totally real person, 100%. The community knows about him. All that. Oh, there you go. Okay. I'll see.
I actually saw that after that trailer that cat was on some podcast or something. I saw a little clip on TikTok or some shit where now he's kind of catching on now that he's on the podcast because he was trying to sue them. I thought it was funny. He was talking about trying to sue GTA for using his character, but the whole time he's trying to mimic another character from from Batman or whatever. You know what
Joker.
I'm saying? So
he's the Joker, the Miami Joker.
So he's mimicking a character and trying to sue somebody else for using his character. And I'm like, bro, you're doing the same thing to the fucking actual Joker characters. I don't fucking know.
What are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
Well, motherfuckers in Florida are crazy, bro. There ain't no doubt about that.
Hell yeah.
Straight up.
And I'd say no offense, but I didn't figure you guys would take any. So
No.
I figured you guys would be like, yeah, we know.
We know how it is. The reptiles in the pools is also a real thing as well. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. You were speaking Spanish the other day, and are you Hispanic of some sort? Like, you can't ever tell these days. Or are you just from South Florida, so you speak Spanish?
Especially in South Florida, like it's kind of like a requirement to survive out here. So you never really know like who's actually Spanish or who was just learning, or you know what I mean, to survive.
Oh no.
But yeah, I am. My mom's Colombian and my dad is Honduran. But I grew up here.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I have Colombian influence. My dad is kind of like, so, most of even the dialect that I speak is Colombian Spanish. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law just moved back from Colombia. She lived there for 4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife's from Puerto
particular?
Rico.
Oh, okay. Dude, I want to go there so bad.
I should know where they were living at, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Puerto Rico.
I know where they're from. Puerto Rico. They're from Bayamon, and that's where my wife's from. And then her grandmother's from Catalina, which is just by San Juan.
I think I've been to Catalina once at a restaurant.
Oh yeah,
the
maybe.
Catalina wine mix.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry. I just thought of that. Like,
is that a cat I hear? What is squeaking back there?
I'm from Kansas City, lived in Kansas City, never moved out of Kansas City. I don't get out much.
Yes, that is my cat that you hear.
Oh my God. She.
Amethyst. She. It's Amethyst.
Very cool.
She is extremely vocal. You're probably going to hear her a lot throughout.
Nice.
This
it's
podcast.
cool. I love cats. So I was never a cat person, and then my son came to me one day. He goes, I have a cat named Twinkle Jane, and I'm like, if you do, I should have known about it because I probably paid for it at that point. And I'm like, you don't have a cat. He goes,
right?
he goes, well, then we need to get a cat named Twinkle Jane because that's what I have.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. My boy, he's my youngest. He's a mess. But anyways, so I got him a cat.
He likes to dance though. He likes to dance.
Oh, he's crazy. You'll see him on the podcast Twitter
On
once
the
in a while
podcast.
doing stupid stuff.
Okay.
Oh no, he's been on my stream a couple times. He's clipped out of I think my Kick test and Twitch have clips of him. My Discord picture is him.
Oh,
It's like the total opposite because he's so like outgoing and shit. Every time I see him, like he sent me a video or something, and he's like, just like, how old is he? He's young, but he's out in front of like, a ton of people just dancing and acting all crazy and shit. Like my daughter, she sees people, she runs behind me and hides, But
this little gangster,
Aww,
he
she's
had
shy.
Oh, she is, yeah. But this dude did he was Joseph in the Christmas pageant at church, right? At his school for church.
Yeah.
Because it was him, they gave him a song because Corbin has to sing. That he's the guy. The music didn't work, so he sang it a cappella the whole way through. It was the craziest. I think that's the most crazy thing I've ever heard.
That's
a 5-year-old
impressive.
do.
Right? That's impressive. He stepped up to the plate.
Like, sing it, Corbin. He goes, all right, I got this, and he just did it. It is so
nice. Shit, I'm 42 and I couldn't do that shit now. I'd fucking have a panic attack and fall over backwards or some shit, bro.
A panic attack every time you do the podcast.
What do you have kids? Are you a mama or no?
I am a fur mama.
Oh, there you go.
I don't have any kids. I am hoping that at some point in the future, possibly, I am at a point in my life where I kind of don't really care if I have children or not.
Right.
I've decided that I just kind of want to enjoy my life and live life for what it's worth because it's too fucking short.
That ain't no shit.
It's not, I'd rather someone be like that than be like think that they have to have kids and fucking hate it and
to be happy
not really necessarily want them.
Like if you want to be yourself, go for it. But I have 4 kids. He has 12. Like it's just definitely.
Well, like I got 3. What the hell?
It's in the Latino culture, it's extremely like a high expectation for women to get married and have children. That is your sole purpose in life is to do that. And then if you can make a career, that's even better. That is like super important in our culture. Like, and when you reach a certain point in your life where you're entering your 30s, they start asking questions and they're like, at 25, they start asking, so why are you not married yet?
What's taking so long? What's taking so long?
Why do we not know him?
Exactly. So honestly, I have kind of always been against the grain when it comes to Latino traditional culture. That's probably why I butt heads with my mom. I don't have a relationship with my mother because of that. There's a lot of things that I go about that traditional, conservative, Catholic, Latino families would not be okay with. That's what I was raised in. Anyway, tangent. Sorry. The whole point of me saying all that was what were we?
More asking
You're
if you had kids and everything.
Oh, children. Yeah. Okay, so that's right. So the whole day drinking.
Wait, are you high? Because that's what happens to me all the time. I'll be fucking mid conversation, just be like, squirrel.
Man, squirrel.
It's the way of the world. Yeah, that's the way it goes.
For real though. But honestly,
no kids.
I just
wrong with that.
feel like I kind of want to do my own thing. I was so focused for the last 10 years on trying to get married and have kids. I was engaged. And
I've been engaged once, and I've never been married. Nope, and I never will be at this point. I have no desire to.
Yeah, you just get to a point in your life where you kind of have a certain perspective of things, and you're just like, you know what, that's not really that important.
I would have to change so much shit. Like if something now at this point, like I'm pretty set in my fucking ways and stuff. Like I do what I do, the podcast, streaming, everything, blah blah blah. And then I have kids still, so I do that. But like I feel like to bring somebody else in from the outside at this point, you would have to change so much that I'm just not willing to do that.
Yeah,
see, I have the opposite. My wife supports everything that I do. Like if I wanted to stream 6 nights a week, like she would support that though. Like
that's how it should be, honestly. That's how it should be.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm saying that right now, but your wife may be different. But I'm telling you from past experience that once I started streaming like I stream now, and I don't even stream that much compared to a lot of people, but I do 5 days a week. I do like a part-time kind of job thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what ended my last relationship because I wasn't willing to quit it.
Weren't you also drinking really hard too, though?
Yeah, I was making a shit ton of money, man.
You're likening
my
this to streaming being the issue, and instead of your abuse of alcohol.
The way I was streaming, no. Fuck you, my abuse on alcohol.
Really, I thought that one was
it was my goddamn community abusing me with alcohol. Fucking no, I'm joking anyway.
Oh, they did too.
Man.
I've seen
the
clips.
Long? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. How long have you been streaming now? You've been doing your thing.
I've been streaming for 3 years. And I took a really long break this year because of just life. I lost 3 jobs. Just being real, just putting it out there. I lost 3 jobs.
For sure.
I had a massive fallout with my family. I spent the holidays by myself this year.
Oh, sucks. Sorry to hear that.
It's all good. It's all good because honestly, it's just better to, if you know that you have a toxic relationship with a family member, sometimes it's just best to separate. And that's what I did. So I did that for myself. Anyway, and then all that aside, relationship wise, that kind of stuff really fucks with you. So, I was finally in the process of moving into my own place, after finally kind of separating from, that engagement and all of that. So it's been a really rough year. Okay. That whole thing
was last year. That's in the past.
Yeah, we're done now.
Now it's last year.
Last year, man.
On to bigger and better things, baby.
You were talking about old stuff.
Yeah. But anywho, so I really took a little break. This year, I wasn't as consistent as I normally am.
Right.
But
I've had to take a break myself, there for a few weeks just because of mental health stuff. As everybody that listens to this shit know, I suffer from real bad anxiety. And that's one thing this podcast kind of helps with. Every time before I come on here, I have some kind of anxiety, towards it a little bit. Anyway, let's not I don't want to get off on that tangent, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I feel anxiety before every stream.
Right.
That's
I did like streaming. I don't so much anymore, but it's just, I think it's because I'm going just over 5 years now.
That's just about to ask.
I'm just going over 5 years now. And I haven't taken any breaks necessarily. Like my longest break was like 2 weeks. And that's when the mental health stuff was going on. I went and stayed with my dad for a week or so. And,
is that really 2 weeks?
Yeah. 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks tops, I think. But, anyway, that was the only break I'd ever taken from that shit. And then, fuck, I got to watching you dance. Now I forgot what I was saying. God damn it,
I am
woman.
so sorry.
No, I'm joking.
I'm so sorry. That song it just came on, and I was like, "You're gonna see me do that a lot." I am so sorry.
No, you're good. No, like I said, that shit happens to me all the time too. I wasn't lying. I wasn't fucking lying.
We're both squirrel. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Just who we are.
It's true.
So 5 years, huh?
Yeah. And there's been a lot of changes through there. I started off like within the first couple of years, it got really big. I say really big, like 300-400 viewers or so.
Okay.
And then to me, that's big.
That's big.
Yeah.
I was drinking myself to death. I topped out at like 400 and some subs, but I got to a point where I'm like, bro, I cannot maintain this, because it was party central. It was kicking it. It was kicking it, hardcore kicking it.
Shots.
It was that kind of stream.
I was taking shots for subs, and I mean, it was getting bad. Yeah, it was getting bad. So I had to put the ropes on that. And then at that same time that I quit doing that, I also switched over because I was a console streamer and switched over to PC, which kind of killed things down and shit, So just kind of doing our thing now and chilling and enjoying it. I got a badass little knit community that comes and hangs out, and we have a good fucking time. So I'm happy,
And that's really what it's all about. I feel like a lot of us forget like where we all started, and going back to basics. Right. And going back to basics is just vibing with your friends online. That's
right. Well, when I first started, I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing anything I have to do. And I wasn't even really a drinker. Yeah, I wasn't even really a drinker until I started streaming. Next thing you know, I'm fucking slamming whiskey like it's nothing.
I hear you.
Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but.
I feel like a lot of us kind of fall into that cycle. I also did. I was doing shots for subs at the beginning. And then what I would do is for charity streams, I would do shots for donos. And then they came out with that rule that you're not really supposed to do that.
Right.
So
yeah,
I found a loophole as to, the wording of such, not actually saying shots for donos.
I just never advertised it. I just did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I did say
catch on fast enough. These motherfuckers catch on fast enough,
Just because we're not talking about it doesn't mean I'm not doing it.
Right. But yeah, I remember the last time I did a charity stream like that, and it was a very successful charity stream. Raised a whole lot of money, but I got like a bottle of Jose Cuervo that kind of was like this size.
Yeah.
And I finished it in an hour.
Damn,
girl.
A lot of donations.
Yeah. That's
but ended the stream, went into the dog bed, and then fell asleep for about 3 hours.
Yeah. Dude, my ex had me a fucking video of me laid out in the fucking shower, like, just, I don't even know. And she's trying to talk to me, and the water's just coming down on me. And I'm
fighting for your life.
Yeah, like literally trying to hold on to life itself. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another time where shit went fucking crazy. And next thing you know, I got sick. And so where my stream was, there was a bathroom right there. So I ran, like I jumped up and took off so they can hear me in the bathroom getting sick, right? And I come back and the camera's still on, and I look down and I'm like, oh, got some on my pants, and I just dropped my pants on stream. And then Twitch pulled the Twitch was already in chat at that point or something, because they pulled the plug and I was instantly banned for 24 hours. As soon as I dropped my pants, they fucking pulled the plug on me and shut me down.
Every time I hear that story, I laugh.
It's so funny.
That is a great story.
It's so funny.
That is a good story.
That is a good story. Wild
That's
times.
Horrible. I love it.
It's wild. But
what's I mean, changing subjects here or whatever, but what's your focus as far as your stream right now, as far as games or what?
Oh man. So with everything that I went through this year, and I keep bringing it up because it really goes back to where I am now, to answer your question.
Right.
Yeah. I was going through a whole lot, and I ended up deciding to go to my first EDM music festival this year. And that was something I've always wanted to do for a long time. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to do it for myself. So I did. And when I came back, it completely changed my life perspective on everything. My depression, poof, gone.
Nice.
I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm getting to where I'm getting to my point. So
yeah, you're good.
Pretty much, I realized what made me happy was going to EDM music festivals. I love EDM music. I love how it makes me feel. I can't help but dance. And there's playing right now, and I'm like, yes. Anyway,
shit, I start dancing. I'm liable to never stop shaking.
Yes,
get all this momentum going. I'll be like, shit, I just never stop.
So, I came back with like this new perspective, and I thought, I am so bored with my content. The gaming stuff just gets really tiring after a while, especially when like you're like tired of the game you're playing and you don't feel like playing it anymore, then you're just like, well, what do I do now?
That's what I talk to Dolph about this all the time. That's one of the big things that's kind of cost me a lot of viewers and stuff because I just I stay on a game like 2-3 months tops and I'm switching. That's it.
Yep. You go.
I did DayZ when I got real big. I say real big. That's just I say real big because that's the biggest I've ever been. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like at my biggest point, I was playing nothing but DayZ for 7 months, and for 3 months of that, I did 7 days a week, and I was doing 6 to 8 hours a day. Plus working full time and having kids and everything. So I was just literally, that's what cost me. That's why I'm single now because that
kind of drive though.
Yeah. But that was I just went at it, I just went at it. And and part of that was because I had you can see now I'm going into my shit, but I have 2 older kids and I have a younger daughter that are way spaced out. So I got 18 and 17 and then 6. So during that time, 5 years ago, going on just over 5 years, I just had my daughter, and I paid so much child support to my older kid's mom and stuff that now I was like, dude, I've got to do something. And I found streaming, and I just fucking went at it. Yeah. And for that time until the setback with everything we went through and stuff, I mean, it paid for our Christmas. It paid, it was really, but I was drinking myself to death, to get it. So, and it's just not worth that. So eventually I had to pull the plug on that shit.
Yeah.
But I still love it. It's so much fun. And I think I like it more now because I'm able to just enjoy it. I've met Dolph. I met so many, the people that like you actually meet and become really connected to is pretty fucking amazing,
Right. It's so much more than just, sitting in front of a screen or sitting in front of a cam and playing video games. You're actually making real connections with people. And that's kind of hard to explain to people sometimes. They're like, they don't really get it. It's like, no. I have friends that live like across the world and like we're legit. We say good morning to each other, every day kind of thing, it's.
Oh yeah.
That's what the people don't understand. Cause like, even like people I work with, they know I do this, but they're just like, man, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, dude, I could be in fucking England or some shit and be like, I need a place to stay, and have somebody to be like, all right, come on over. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Australia. Exactly. I know I got people in Australia. No, it's crazy. It's just, it's a whole new world.
But yeah.
Isn't she from New
regards
Zealand?
To what?
I don't know. I didn't hear it either.
Isn't she? You talking about Aaliyah?
Oh yeah, Aaliyah or whoever.
Is she from New Zealand?
Oh, I have no idea.
Motherfucker, what are you talking about? He's high as a kite.
I'm stoned.
Don't mind him. Don't mind him.
So in regards to my content, to answer your question, pretty much, after everything that occurred and the music festival, I came back and I was like, I'm changing my content. So my content is going to still be like the occasional gaming stuff, but it's going to be focused around EDC, or Electric Daisy Carnival, which is one of the biggest EDM music festivals in the world.
Nice.
And
my brother was
in
there.
the US. Oh yeah. Which one? Las Vegas or Orlando?
Orlando.
I was there too.
He sent me a video. I'm like, wow, it's pure insanity. It's such energy. It really is.
So when you're saying like EDM, explain that to me. Like, what is EDM music? Because I don't know if I know the genre completely. So is it more like I'm thinking more like dubstep kind of stuff and things like that, like techno type of things and whatnot? Or am I completely off?
No, you're on point. But there's so many subgenres to EDM. I mean, there's like, for example, you have house music. Everyone knows what house music is. It's pretty straightforward. Oots, 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 right? Okay, cool, right?
Stuff I would know.
And the really popular stuff is the stuff that you hear on the radio. There is like popular house music on the radio playing, no big deal. Okay, cool. So then there's deep house, which is the one that I like, which sounds like you are in a rave, but it sounds more like euphoric. Then there's the euphoric house, which sounds like the really pretty voice and those really pretty sounds and all that kind of stuff, and ding, and then boom, boom, the bass, but the bass isn't as heavy, it's softer. So there's so many different.
I'm just picturing when you were doing that, I was literally just going back to doing shrooms and like trying to picture what that would sound like to me, and I'd be like, that'd be pretty fucking amazing.
Oh, man.
So okay, I like it.
Speaking of shrooms, so you know how I was just talking about how EDC was such a life-changing experience, and it changed my life perspective on a lot of things. And that's why, you know, we're changing content. I'm going to be focusing on EDM and EDC and all that kind of stuff, hence the flag and all that. Going to be filming at raves. Anyway, I actually had a horrible shroom experience on day one of EDC.
Oh no!
Oh God!
To be fair, I've tried shrooms a couple times, and I've only done them really once, and so I'm still a novice. But
I've done them a couple of times, but that particular day, I had done a little bit a higher dose than I normally do. Because why not EDC? Let's go, you know, let's go ham. And it was day one. Why not? Yeah.
That gets so many people, that day one thing, like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like Vegas day one. Gotta relax on Vegas day one.
You just reminded me of, like, you know, cause you said like being on shrooms and the music and all that. Mm-hmm. I will never forget. I was sitting on the ground, and because at that point I couldn't walk anymore. I had grown roots, and I was like, I can't move. We found a stage. Yep. We found a stage, and I was like, right here. That's it. Okay. We're staying. And then like the rest of my group was kind of leaving and coming, whatever. I remember sitting there and then just feeling the music. The music's playing, and you could literally feel the vibrations in the air. And it's like going into my lungs as I'm breathing, and then it's just vibrating inside my lungs throughout the outside of my body. And I'm also feeling like buzzing on my skin, but it feels good. And lastly, I will never forget, I was just sitting there feeling all of this, and I'm listening to the music, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. And I'm just like, and then hold on. It started distorting the music.
Oh man, what the hell?
I just start hearing like some demonic ass noises.
Oh no.
Like in between the really nice music. So it's like, yeah. And then out of nowhere, oh my God, what was that?
Oh shit!
Oh, there were so many moments where I just sat there and I was like,
roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I was like that. Ooh, why does that sound like that? And I was like, oh, that's the shrooms, my lady. That's the shrooms hitting.
Yeah. At least you can you were there and you can understand that. Like, there's some people that can't bring themselves back to know that. Hold on. That's nothing crazy. It's the shrooms.
It's
chill
just
out.
the shrooms. Right.
Yeah. Like, I've been there. Like, I was sitting there at a party one night, and I was doing acid though. And I was sitting there, and I would have swore to you, there were you're from Florida, the tikis. You know, the little tikis, the tiki torches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's the tiki, the my tiki ones, the ones that like the carvings. I would have swore that the whole yard had them full of them. The next day I woke up, there was trees. There was not a single tree. There was trees.
Oh no!
Oh man, they were. You could see the faces and everything. It was wild. Like, you've seen the stuff like going down to the water and tree. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I hate those things now. From this day forward, from that day forward, I hated them. I can't even be around a tiki anymore. But you don't understand. Growing up on Cocoa Beach, though, like in that area, when I was like grew up there, like as a teenager. You can't be on the beach without seeing one of those fucking carvings somewhere. So like when they start screwing with you and you're about 17 years old and you spend 17, 18 on the beach. Yeah, man. Fuck that place.
Yeah. It's like, I'll never forget it.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Nope.
You see that shit in the supermarket, you're like, oh no.
Like, I had some shit like that though. Like if I went out and did that shit, I'd fucking with my anxiety, I'd freak the fuck out. Like if I was in your situation, I'd think I'd get to a point where I'm like, oh, this ain't good no more.
Oh, I needed help. Yeah. I didn't get that to that part of the story. I wasn't sure if we wanted to hear that part of the story.
Keep going.
Well, no, fuck, we're here. Shit.
Oh shit. All right. Well, pretty much I start feeling like really heavy waves, and to the point where it started becoming very overwhelming. And it got to the point where I said, I can't do this anymore. And I turned to my friend and I was like, yo, I need a medic. And he's like, for real? And I was like, yeah, I need a medic. This is the thing. This is the thing. It was a recipe for disaster. I had one chicken wing, one chicken tender, about this big, this big, just chicken tender.
Thanks for the size reference.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
For the people that are listening that can't see this, it's about 4 inches long, and that's from male measurement. So it's, take that how you want.
But yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, 4 inches, male measurement, all that. Oh God, man, I can't even focus now.
I can't with you.
My bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, chicken tender. So I had a chicken tender, and I had just bought the hydration pack. You know those backpacks, the hydration packs?
Oh yeah,
you fill them with water.
Or whatever.
Highly recommended for you to take to a music festival.
Awesome.
Right? They have free water for you to fill them. They have hydration stations with filtered water, ice cold, beautiful. Loved it. Anyway, so I take this pack and I didn't clean it well enough. So I could barely drink the water. You could taste like that plastic powdery taste.
Yeah.
So I couldn't drink it. 5 hours later, here we are tripping on shrooms, tripping fucking balls. And I am dehydrated. I haven't had any water.
In Orlando?
There was a 2-liter pack and I barely got through a quarter of the pack. So I was dehydrated. It was very hot. Right. It was very hot. That first night, it was fairly windy. It was around, I think, like 73 degrees. So it wasn't terrible, but when you're on shrooms, your temperature goes up, right? I also was wearing leggings. Even though they were athletic leggings, I just feel like I should have worn something a little bit more breathable, or less clothing in general. And fortunately,
not many people wearing clothes there.
No, right. That's
especially women.
They were
it's
totally okay.
Like you got away with a lot less.
Yeah. The next two nights, I did wear a lot less clothing, and I was much more comfortable with all the other drugs that I took. But anyway, I immediately was like, I need a medic, and he was like, okay, and he was fucked up. So he was like, and there was people around us, but we just like, when you're in that like mental state, it's really difficult to even vocalize and even speak.
Absolutely. I get it.
So I'm trying to reach forward to these girls that were sitting in front of me that complimented my outfit. And I was like, hey, but for whatever reason, I couldn't speak. Yeah. For whatever reason, I couldn't speak. I couldn't like yell out for help. Finally, we end up texting our friend that was walking around. She was in line at the Ferris wheel because there's carnival rides there. And she was in line at the Ferris wheel. She's like, I'll be right there. She brings a medic. And the amazing thing about this type of music festival, by the way, if someone needs a medic, the moment they hear that word medic, you start hearing them pass it along. Medic.
Oh,
medic,
that's cool.
Medic.
Yeah.
Everyone stops, the music stops. It's amazing. And everyone takes care of each other. You see somebody throwing up on the ground out of nowhere, some random stranger will come up, give you a bottle of water that's sealed to make sure that you feel comfortable enough, and start, fanning you down to kind of help you out. And they're like, all right, you have a good night. I hope you feel better. And then they just walk away. It's just, that's the kind of culture you experience there.
Right.
Anyway, so medic shows up. They take me to the med tent. Guess where the med tent was?
Where's that?
Maybe 200 feet away from where we were at. Oh, man. Anyway, so we get there, we get inside, it's ice cold, and the medic sits me down, and he's like, all right, what's your name? I say my name. And then he's like, okay, what's your birthday?
Was he mad when you responded my name? Like, or did he laugh? No, sorry.
That would have been funny. That would have been funny if I did that. I wasn't unfortunately lucid enough to be that witty.
Shit, right?
Okay.
That's the shit you come up with later. You're like, fuck, I should have said that.
So as I walk in, my friends are behind me, and it was already like the last hour of the night. Okay. The last hour. And I couldn't make it. I was so mad at myself. Anyway. So I send my friends off. I'm like, no, you guys go. I'll stay here. And I stayed with, my other friend who is now kind of someone I'm seeing and dating after that night. We're sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'll be able to talk and communicate. I know exactly what I need. I'm dehydrated and I'm overheated. So I said that to him. He asked me my name. I said, I am dehydrated and I am overheated. I need water and I need something to cool me down. Please help me. And he's like, what did you take? And I said, 2 grams of shrooms. He's like, only 2? And I was like, these shrooms came with a warning.
Don't judge me, motherfucker.
No. These shrooms in particular. Hold on. These shrooms in particular literally come with a warning label. It said, shit. Dude was like, listen, do not, I repeat, he grows them himself. Do not take more than 2 grams. Do not. Right. You will regret it. Yes. Right. You will regret it. I took 2 grams that night. It wasn't more, but I guess that's too much for me.
Right to the line.
Yeah. Anyway, so
or maybe just too much for you in that instance right there.
In that instance, right? Because of all the environment, right? So he asked me that, whatever. I tell him that, and then he goes, and I'm like, all right, great. I told him what I needed. I'm gonna get help. And then he's like, all right, what's your birthday? And I go, February  I finally spit out the number, and then I finally spit out the year, and he said, it's okay, sweetie. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I couldn't speak. It was that bad.
The good thing about them guys down there is them guys are going to be dealing with that whole festival. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what they're there for. So
now I will say this. If you ever get sick like that at a music festival, what they do is they pretty much help you ride it out. That's it. They can't really do anything unless you are overdosing. And those types of festivals have gone as far as setting up tents for you to test your drugs, so that way you make sure that the drugs are safe for you to take. They will go as far as just essentially ensuring that you have a safe trip. They have a section called the Oasis where you can go, and if you start having like a bad trip or a bad come up, you are able to go to this area where it's air conditioned, there's soothing music, there's people with water, all that kind of stuff. So these festivals have adjusted to this, I guess, issue or problem.
Their customer.
Right. Yeah. And they just want to make sure that everyone has fun safely.
Right.
Well,
nowadays it's so scary nowadays. Like, I think because back when I was a kid, we didn't really have to worry about too awful much. I guess you could get something laced with like some coke or something.
Right.
Now with fentanyl and all that other bullshit running around, that's scary stuff when you start talking about getting drugs from somebody else or anything like that. You know,
I couldn't even imagine buying weed from anybody nowadays. At this point.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's why I go to the dispensary. Like my daughter, she's 17, almost 18. I know she smokes, but she gets it from her friends sometimes and stuff, and it just
freaks me out, man.
As a parent, I'm like, okay, you're young. I did at that point, at that time, but now that I'm older, I'm like, I'd rather you not do it. But at the same time, I'm like, shit, I almost just want to get it for you, so I know that you're not getting something that some douche wants to sprinkle some shit in and
just because he wanted to make a sale.
Life. Yeah,
right. It's crazy. But anyway,
crazy world nowadays.
Yeah, it's a crazy world. And Insomniac, which is the company that owns EDC or that runs that whole event, they've taken measures to help prevent death at these festivals due to overdose. because
right.
it's going to happen.
And you said they had
People
the places set up where you could test your shit and all that. That's
right. People are going to go and do drugs there. That's literally what most people do there.
They've done it since the beginning of time. They're going to continue to do it. That's all there is to it.
So why not make sure that people do it safely?
What I've dealt with. Like I remember
going to they like I'm not part of it. I'm going to keep doing them. What the fuck?
Right.
I said they like I wasn't part of that group. Get the fuck out of here. I'm right there in the middle of that shit. I'm going to jump right in there.
Oh man.
Horrible, horrible Bosch. You're a father.
Terrible.
So when you say you're switching your content over to the EDM stuff, are you talking about live streaming?
So okay.
How are you talking about?
In order for me to live stream at an event like EDC, I would have to get VIP access. When you go to VIP, you get like a Wi-Fi area. So that would be the only spot that I would be able to live stream from there. So I wouldn't be able to live stream the festival completely. Right. I had planned on live streaming anyway and doing giveaways in VIP once a day at a designated time every day. This festival is a 3-day festival. So each day that was my game plan. All that aside, all that
not before.
Man.
Not before.
Right, not before. Now, all that aside, my game plan is attaching GoPros to my RAVE fam. So I have a rave fam. These are people who I literally just go to raves to. That's all we do. We just go to places to dance. Sometimes it's not even about it literally isn't all about the drugs. It's just about the music.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. It's the culture.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
I just did it because it was first time to EDC, and why the fuck not? Live your life.
Yeah, true that. Yep.
Live your life. You only live once. Anyway, so
I think we've all done that.
Yeah. So the game plan is I plan to attach GoPros to my rave fam, 4 of them, and make a video at the end of, the weekend or whatever, edit it all together where I have the POV for everyone
all different
as we go explore the week. And obviously it would be broken up into 3 parts, or day 1, day 2, and day 3. And you would get the perspective of all 4 different people at this event. Some may be on drugs, some might not, it all depends.
Okay, that'd be cool though. I mean, I think people would go crazy to watch it. I mean, it's going to be interesting stuff,
It's,
Plus, there's going to be lots of, no offense or anything, but there's going to be lots of girls shaking ass, and that attracts people.
Right? Oh, man. But you know what I really want to
I'll send you a video,
show people.
My brother sent me a video from Orlando. Like, yeah. I was holy shit.
I was about to be mad if she sent you an ass shaking video and not me, bro. I was going to be so mad.
There's all sorts of stuff that you see out there.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, what I want to portray really in those videos and in the content that I'll be creating at these events, because I plan to go to EDC Las Vegas in 2025 as well. That's a bigger festival than Orlando, about 3 times as big. But what I want to portray is the culture. And what's amazing about the rave culture is how accepting it is. And it's all about, peace and love and all that hippie shit. But all that aside, it's also about acceptance, and just about being yourself. And when you are at these festivals, you truly experience that. I could be naked and be comfortable there. Yeah. It is amazing, the feeling of acceptance and the electricity in the sky, the energy. I just want to be able to portray that.
I don't know how much of it is accurate or not, but I've watched a lot of shows, or I say a lot, but the ones that I've come across anyway about Burning Man and festivals like that, because all that stuff interests me. Anything to do with drugs and craziness, I'm all about, So I watch that shit and learn about it and stuff, but me, I've always been, I had kids young, and so I haven't ever really got to experience a whole lot of that. Now I've done the whole biker world and the biker rally and shit like that around here, and that's crazy partying in its own way.
This is probably one of the only people that would know who this is. The last rave I went to, it's a long time ago. It was in Savannah, Georgia, and DJ Magic Mike DJ'd it. I don't know if you remember.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it gets even crazier. I met him when I was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like years before that, even before that, I met him. He came to my house. One of my stepdad's friends was a local DJ, and he was in town in Central Florida. And I had just lost my mom, so my dad was trying to get me like cheer me up.
Yeah,
so he brought over this hip hop DJ to come sit, and he had no fucking clue who this guy was. And I was like, oh, holy shit! Like, he was all over the radio at that point in time. Like, it was like the craziest thing. Like, dude, Bosh, you know who I'm talking about?
No, I have no clue. You said Magic Mike. I think about the stripper.
Magic Mike. No. I hate that anybody even talks about that and he thinks about
they associate it together.
Sorry, that's all I know.
He was one of the most talented DJs from like the 90s in that like genre, and like he was putting out albums and stuff back in the day when like Luke Two Live Crew was going like during that same time frame when the Miami Booty Hop.
Yeah, them guys back then changed music altogether. You know,
he was a part of he was a part of that, shaped that whole genre of music. Like, he was one of the guys. Like, it was cool. Like, so yeah, that's my claim to fame from back in the day.
Aww,
but I'm old.
That's pretty sick. listen, and I was just having this conversation today because I was raving today, and you know, there is no limit. There is no age limit, and that's where I go back to acceptance in this culture. You see the DJs how they age. You know, Fat Boy Slim, right? Fat Boy Slim, he's old as fuck. All right. But he's still, he's still going. He's still going strong. And it just reminds you, it's like, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can be any age you want and rave and have fun and enjoy life. Just enjoy the music. That's what it's about. It's about the music.
Music and friendship. Yeah. That connection.
That's it.
What's so funny though, that's why I got into streaming, was the connection that I wasn't. Honestly, I don't like people not in my area. There's a bad thing. Like, it's not that I don't like people. It's just, I don't like being around people. I have autoimmune issues. So being in front of people and being in public just never really interested me, especially since I've been sick for so long. So the gaming community, especially since 2020, like, that's when I got into like all streaming, and I haven't streamed consistently from that, but I started watching, started watching streams during that time. And then doing like, I was doing some playthrough stuff with a guy on Twitch for Division 2 during the pandemic, which was fucking insane. You ever played Division 2?
I have seen it. I haven't played it. I have seen gameplay though.
It's freaky as shit if they're talking about the whole world getting wiped out by a fucking flu virus.
Yep.
While you're going through COVID too. So that was my COVID game.
Oh God.
But it's just wild the path that this is all taken, and the community that has grown with this. Because I found Bosch around that same time frame, like shortly after that, like, and I started getting into GTRP, and then I joined a city that he was a part of.
Shit again.
I know, we both are. But I joined a city that he was in, and then we just became friends through a gang in the city, and then kind of it was wild. I was like, but I mean, I was watching him before it was wild. It was just cool, and that was what, 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago now?
Shit, I don't even know, bro. Time goes by so fast, I can't even keep track of it anymore. Honest to God, bro. Like, when I think back, like, it's just crazy. I was talking to my daughter this morning or something. She was telling me, my daughter's so cute. She's up there, and we're, like, laying on the couch. I had her this morning, and she was, like, trying to move my beard, and she's like, I want to see your chin. And I'm about to think, and I'm like, shit, I've had my beard over 6 years now, because she's never seen me without it, you know? And I'm like, God damn, I didn't realize it had been that long, you know, since I'd grown a beard. But that got me thinking about it. I'm like, good Lord, dude, like, time just fucking flies by.
It really does. It really does.
It's insane. Which is why you need to get out there and fucking rave, huh?
Exactly. And you know, a big reason why I even decided to go there in the first place is because I spent 10 years waiting to start my life with someone, and it never started because he wanted to do some fuckboy shit.
That's so shit.
Right.
Sucks,
and I wanted to do those things with him. I was like, I want to go to a music festival. I've loved EDM since I was a kid. Like I've always wanted to do it, but I want to share this experience with you, you know? Yeah. And I essentially put a stopper on a lot of the things that I wanted to do in my life, like traveling, events, all these things, getting married, having kids, because I wanted to start my life with him. But it seems like he was not on the same page. And
love will make you do some fuck shit.
Yeah, love will make you do some fuck shit. Right.
No, it came through a hard year or whatever, but hopefully it sounds like it was for the better, and maybe you'll be a happier you in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
So much happier. So, and that's what made me go, you know what? Fuck it.
You wouldn't have fucking met me and Dolph, maybe.
Right. Exactly. You know, I know.
I started following you right about the same time you were at EDC. Because I was looking at videos, because my brother was like, this is where I'm going. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I really didn't understand this. I didn't know. And then I saw that, and I'm like, oh, shit, there's a streamer and you would post pictures of it. I'm like, follow. Hell yeah. And then you came back, and here we are.
And then I came back, and I was like, oh, my God, EDC was amazing.
Changing all my content.
Yes. Oh, my God. Yeah, totally.
Like, fuck you, let's go for a ride.
Totally life-changing. Totally life-changing. I actually have a video that I am prepping from that weekend that is still not finished. I'm just waiting for a couple of clips from other friends. So I just collected videos from everyone, from the whole crew. And I'm just kind of seeing if I can make a short compilation video for Instagram. So you guys will get a little preview as to what that was like out there. It was a great time, life-changing experience. I recommend for everyone, no matter what age, to do it at least once. Dude, I saw whole families there. Awesome. Like that's grandma in a walker, all right? And she was fist pumping. Cool. It was amazing.
That's crazy.
So at least once in your life.
What's even crazier about that, where it was at, is it is in the hood.
And you have to walk. You have to walk to find your car after that festival.
Bro. And I'm telling you, I don't get sketched out in very many areas in Orlando. Like I've been around Orlando since I was a kid. Like I partied down there. That area, I keep my head on a swivel. It can be a rough area.
It can be a rough area. You're absolutely right. But what's wild is the city has gotten so used to the festival being in Tinkerfield. That's the location. That the entire area has now adjusted to life living next to EDC every year. There are homes like you could literally sit in the front yard and listen to a stage right next door. Right. And all of these homes have decided to essentially sell space for parking. So they will move their personal vehicles and they will sell all their parking spaces, including areas on their lawn, so they can make some extra money during EDC time. Sure. I spoke to a girl, to a woman, apologies. She was my Uber driver. And after the shroom night, the next day I rallied, but my friends were already at the festival first, but I needed a couple of hours to recover from the night before. So I decided to take an Uber. When I jumped in, she immediately knew where I was going, obviously, because she saw my, the map or whatever. And then she saw my outfit, complimented me. And I was like, listen, how much money do you normally make, like, during a weekend like this? Have you been working all day? She goes, I have been working since yesterday, nonstop. I have been doing almost a 24-hour shift on Uber, just doing Uber. And she's like,
raking in cash, huh?
She goes, my husband and I do EDC weekend Uber every year, and we make so much money. So it seems like the city is now adjusted to, like,
no doubt.
The festival. So now everyone is learning how to make money off the festival.
It's like that bike rally I used to go to. It was the same thing. It was a little tiny town, and then for one weekend out of the year, this rally come in once a year, and the whole town, like, there were some people that got together and they had like a big like outbuilding or something, would put on like pancake breakfast, and they sell pancake breakfast, and then the little cafe there was all like, they were excited for it. They brought so much money into
Orlando's
that little
set
town.
up to take this shit every weekend. There's like it's EDC for a weekend, and then there's something the next weekend. There's something that like that place. It is set up to do like they have a big Comic-Con down there. They have Spook Fest down there.
Yes.
Oh shit! This place I'm talking about is just a little fucking town in the sticks that you come in. Next thing you know, you got thousands of bikers rolling in. It just changes the whole town. You know, they make
Orange County Convention Center.
Wages, you know. Oh Orange County, gotcha.
Yeah, dude. It has 3 different terminals for the Orange County Convention Center. It's pure insanity. That whole city's set up to host. Like, people aren't from Orlando, really.
Mm-hmm. They're from other places soon enough, bro. As soon as GTA 6 drops, I'll know exactly what the fuck it's like. I'm gonna see the girl. I saw the girl twerking on top of the donk. Okay, I'm all about it. In Hialeah,
hey, Leroy video, have some fun down there, boy. That video of that girl twerking on the hood of the car, I remember when that video came out, and it was here. Like,
I thought you were gonna say I remembered when I was doing that shit.
Listen, I haven't done it on the hood of a car, but I certainly have climbed out of my car, gone around, and done the thing.
Right.
Hey. Hell yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll never forget that
different
video.
Animal.
It really is. Funny. It's a different animal. You compare North Florida to South Florida, it's a whole other ballgame. It is not the same. Not the same.
It changes about Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie is about the cutoff where like the difference is. Like I grew up in South Florida, and then I spent my teenage years north of Port St. Lucie, and I've been up and down through like all the way up and down the coast, Jacksonville, all the way to I lived in Big Pine Key. That's how far.
Okay,
I've been.
Damn, like, I've been to Peak. Yeah, I've been there.
So yeah. It's so different. It's a different feel. It's a different lifestyle. You could get away with not understanding and knowing any kind of Spanish in like North Florida, like Jacksonville area.
Right.
If you're down in anywhere down in South Florida, you may run into someone that doesn't speak a lick of English. That you have to try to order
in Southern
from.
Texas. Southern Texas the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
As far as that goes.
Same type of stuff. Yeah.
Well, and I tell you what, like I've never been to Florida. But it's just
Puerto Ricans, Cubans versus Mexicans and Guatemalans.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never been to Florida, but when I went to Southern Texas down to like Sal Padre and spent some time down there.
Yes, sir.
And bro, I'm telling you, they had like these little kitchens in the gas stations down there before, like where they had it where I did, and it was all like it was like a Mexican restaurant inside of these gas stations. You go in there, that was some of the best food I ever fucking had. It was from a gas station in South Texas, bro.
Bro, so good. Oh, my goodness, I can't. The Cafe con Leche from the corner like gas stations down in Miami. Oh my god, in Miami Gardens.
Did you just call me?
I did not call you Cafe con Leche. I promise you that.
Oh, mama, talk to me pretty.
Stop.
But,
my bad. Sorry, I'm gonna make him blush. My bad. I'm gonna make him blush.
I'm just laughing too hard, bro. But seriously though, it's some of the best food down there. Like I remember, like you just walk there, you just see these balls that they're brown. They're like probably 2-3 inches like wide. You're like, what the hell is that, bro? It's deep fried potatoes.
Yeah,
leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone.
Papa Rieno's the
Papa Riena, yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Whoa, hold up.
Buddy,
Dolph, say what you said again.
Papa Riena.
No, you say it again.
Papa Riena.
Yeah, it's
no, heard the way she said it with her voice. I was like, oh my god. Holy hell. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
Sorry, go ahead. Proceed. Sorry, I think my hair stood up on the back of my neck there for a minute.
Talking about the Papa Regenas. The Papa Regenas.
Sir, I married a Latina. Don't try me. I understand.
That Latina stuff, boy, I couldn't handle it. I'd lose my shit. I fucking, woo. Don't talk like that around me, guys.
It is a superpower. It really is.
Oh yeah, she spoke a lot of Spanish to me when we first met.
I'm in love already. Just right there, bam, like that, it's over. No.
That's right. Were you the one who redeemed the Speak of Spanish mode?
Yes, of course I did.
It was you. So I was
like, I love it.
Go ahead.
I was sitting there just looking through her channel points because some people were messing around with like bits and stuff like that. I was just like, okay, and I was like, oh shit. I have a bunch of points here because I watch her often, and it was like 1,500 points, and it's like 3 minutes of her having to speak Spanish.
Nice.
Yep.
What game were you playing? I forget what it was.
I think I was playing Lethal Company.
Lethal Company. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I was playing Lethal Company, and I was failing at life while playing this game because I didn't know how to play it.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was really funny. And you when you redeem Speako Spanisho mode, that's what I call it, Speako Spanisho. I just pretty much speak to you in Spanish for 3 minutes, no matter what you ask me. If you talk to me in English, especially in chat, if you talk to me, well, obviously in chat, what am I talking about? Anyway, even the people I'm playing with. Game.
Oh yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah, if people I'm playing with are talking to me and telling me, "Oh, go left, go right," I am answering in Spanish for those 3 minutes, no matter what.
Amazing. You should answer them in Spanish and do the opposite of what they're saying, so they like really think that you're like just start fucking with people hardcore. They're like, "No, the other way."
Yeah, that would be really funny. That would be really funny.
And you wonder if you mess with him, right?
yeah. I bring it on myself, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, one of the funniest things that people ever make me do is they redeem Speako Spanisho mode, and they redeem sing song mode at the same time. And what that is I'm literally.
Oh, I got you.
He's writing it down. I am
saving points.
Obviously, we know what Speako Spanisho mode is, right?
Right.
So the other mode is literally exactly what it sounds like. It just sounds like a motherfucking Disney movie for the next 5 minutes. And
this is amazing.
Are talking to me. I'm singing. I'm answering back in a singing song voice. Now, I sing terribly. Yes. But yes, if you do redeem both at the same time, I will sing in Spanish and then reply in Spanish.
By the way, now that you mentioned that, my buddy Dolph over there actually owes me one of those, because when he first streamed, his very first stream or whatever, he had that sing thing on there, and I redeemed it, and he was like, he got embarrassed. I was like, I'm not doing it.
I'm like, fuck no.
Oh, no.
Like, fuck you, bro. I ain't doing it because I was trying to troll him and make him sing, and he's like, It was like very first stream, though. He got embarrassed. He's like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Yeah,
oh
it was hilarious.
I was fried.
I'm still waiting to get paid on that, bro, by the way.
You can keep on waiting.
Oh, there we go. See?
Oh,
there you go, paid.
Damn.
Oh, shit. So goals for this year. What are your goals? What for your channel, for you, for life?
So, goals, I just want to stack and, in real life, I just want to stack and go to music festivals all year. Right. That's it. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. Seriously. That's all I care about.
Nice.
Number 1. 2, streaming wise, I have so many plans now with this, now with me updating the kind of content I'll be creating, the kind of stuff I'll be doing is going to be a little bit more real life kind of thing. I'll still be doing the gaming stuff, but I really, really, really want to take this by the horns. And I feel like
that type of streaming is what's in right now too.
Yeah,
so I think that I mean, that's probably the move right now, honestly.
Right. So that is essentially what I will be doing. I also
think what you're talking about is interesting compared. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's
what
okay.
You're talking about, I would think that would be fun to watch. I've looked at some of these big, like in person, like just chatting.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And they're
not into it.
Like 20,000 people watching this. I'm like, who the fuck?
It's
like, who the fuck is this? And I'm walking there, and somebody's
there's a few of them that's not that entertaining, but I feel like you going around to these different tales and actually showing people that lifestyle and whatnot is something that could really catch on and go big for real.
I want to show the people.
You should be showing me something going on, like
not sitting at a coffee shop, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like
teach their own.
I want to be able to show the people that aren't able to go to these festivals and see these things and go to these events and at least find a way to experience it in their own way by watching my content. So that's
it sounds interesting as shit. So I hope you do it because I'd fucking watch it. So
hell yeah, thank you.
You got a couple people to watch right here. So
all right, got a couple views already right here. Yeah,
right.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Other than that, I have my own team DXF or Team Dragonfire. I do have a lot of plans for them. I've got 50 people in there right now. And really what I want to do is I just want to get some jerseys for them. I want to do some more giveaways for them. I want to do actual like charity events with them. There's a lot of things that I want to do. And the sole purpose of Team DXF is to be able to give them exposure. That's all it's about. It's not about me. It's not about me. I only care about my people and helping them in some shape, way, or form. And that's my way of helping them. Yeah. So my goals, Team DXF is my main focus this year. My rave lifestyle is going to be a main focus for my content this year. And yeah, that's it. I just want to live my life and enjoy it. And I feel like more people need to stop worrying so much about fucking money and numbers and all this shit. Literally, like, it is not that important. Live your life. Do something different. Do something that you feel like you will never get to do, and just do it once. And at least you could say you did it, and you will feel so much better. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to definitely thank you for coming on and introducing us to you and everybody else that's going to listen to this. It's been a very, very, very good time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see the fucking new stuff coming out, and I'm super fucking stoned right now.
Good for you. Good for you.
Dude, I'm super excited. I think what you got going on is could really go somewhere and do some good stuff. So,
no doubt.
It sounds like you're a damn good person, and sucks that you went through some hard times over the last year and shit, but it sounds like you're going to come out of this bigger and better on the other end. So, everything happens for a reason, and I think blow up.
My only question is who's editing your stuff? Are you editing your stuff?
Yeah. I actually
did you go to school for it or anything, or just self-taught?
No, I self-taught, and I just do it on my phone.
Nice. Holy shit! That's
what I've been doing for the last 3 years.
Yeah, he's been learning as we go, doing this stuff here. You know, so trying to figure it out.
If you ever want to look at something funny, check out the first episode versus the last episode. It'll show you a lot.
Okay, I definitely will.
It's definitely came a long way in the last year. It's funny.
I hear you.
Guys, if you haven't, please drop a follow wherever. It's Fatale. We'll have links down below. Check her out. Show her some motherfucking love. Big things coming. And until next time, we love you, baby. Peace.
2 fried eggs.
Bye.